Today we are all about Q&A. What's the topic, Dylan?
Scaling your business.
Scaling my and your business. Everyone's business. I like it.
First question from Abby. In business, which word resonates with you the most? Build, grow, or scale?
I say grow.
Yeah?
I just like it.
We were talking about this, yes, remember?
Were we?
With the title of the
Oh,
of the
yeah,
episode,
exactly. Scaling and growing. That's interesting.
I mean, they all mean the same thing.
Yeah, but I like the word grow. Yeah. I can spell it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, right? You got it? No, it's a deeper word for me.
Is it?
Yeah, grow, right.
What does it mean, like, for you to grow or build or scale?
Well, when I hear the word grow, it's just like internal growth for me, is when I hear that name.
And that seeps out. That translates into business.
Sure, man.
That's where it starts.
Everything starts from inside, man. Yeah. Your business, your personal life, your health, everything's inside, man.
Okay. From PJ, I'm curious to hear if you've also made the mistake of premature scaling or scaling too fast. It's one of the biggest mistakes I've made in business. If so, how did you recover?
Yes, I have, and for me, it was just too much service at the time. Not as in like I'm giving all I have. Just I had too much product, service meaning product, at one time, and you just scale back on. Okay, you know what? This is the stuff that I enjoy doing. This is what brings in the bigger paychecks to pay the bills. So I just had to scale back on product. Product means service for me.
In trying to scale, so look, you had to scale back.
Simple. Yeah, simple. If I'm looking at TFS, right, the mortgage company, at one time we're doing commercial loans, we're doing construction loans, we're doing private financing, we're doing business loans. We're just doing pretty much everything, and you're getting pulled in every single circle. So I had to scale back. Yeah. So I scale back, but at the same time, I scaled the business because you just became more of a specialist on one. And in the service I chose, people were always borrowing money for that. Well, it was construction financing, right? It's not one-time deal. It's, okay, I'm finished this house, next. So, those guys will come to me 3, 4, 5 times a year, right? Rather than I'm buying one house, I'll see you in 5 years when it comes down to refinancing. And by the way, here's a referral. I didn't want that. I wanted 10 developers, 15 developers, and they come to me 3, 4, 5 times a year.
No.
I love that business.
And another question from PJ to somewhat piggyback off that. Are you trying to build a business of scale, serving as many people as possible for low prices, or magnitude, serving a few people for a large amount of money?
For me, it just depends on what business. For TFS, I'd rather have less with higher returns, right? But with Cyback Media, which we never talked about, right? That Cyback Media is our video content creating arm. For that one, I'd rather have more clients at a lower amount. This way we get to test out different markets in the beginning, right? Like, okay, car dealership, or hey, look, you know what? It's a $10 million plumbing company, or it's a food and beverage company, or whatever it is, a big service company. You just get to know that market a little bit better. So it just depends on the business.
Right.
For me, in the beginning, I'd rather test a lot of things and then scale to where I feel comfortable, and then scale back within that niche, and then go and then scale up.
Gotcha. Yeah. This is from Jeremy. For those of us still strapped to our jobs but trying to build businesses, what are some creative ways you have cut personal expenses to save money to run your business? For example, I'm trying to figure out if owning a car is ultimately more expensive than Ubering everywhere.
Jeremy, this is something I've been battling for probably 4 or 5 years. Especially the car. Sorry, I've been battling the car stuff for the last 4 or 5 years. I don't drive. I got a license. I got a car. It's fully insured. I only drive on a weekend. And half the time, I don't even on the weekend, I just don't even drive. But the thing is, for some reason internally, if I sell the car, my freedom is gone. That's the way I look at
Yeah.
it. A car has not made sense to me in 5 years, if not more. The amount of money I spent on a car, right? My car's paid for. But for insurance and gas and repairs and maintenance, it's crazy. Where I cut back is on, I think we were talking about this on one of the shows, is I look at the stuff that I don't need. If I haven't used it in the last 2-3 months, I just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Right? So if I haven't used a house phone, get rid of it. If I don't watch cable to watch TV, I get rid of it. If I'm looking at my cell phone bill and I have, this many gigs and I'm not even coming close to it, what's the lease plan? I don't go up, I go down.
Yeah.
Like, how do I cut more cost here? And, those are the things I do. And then another thing for me was, here's another thing, especially for, it's not cutting, I understand cutting down their expenses, that's very important, but cutting down your time is more important. If you have a 9-to-5 job and you want to, hustle at nighttime to grow your business, or daytime, whatever your job is, how do you utilize your time? Are you going from the office, home, and then to the grocery store, and then back home, and then working? Like, I would cut my time down. Like, okay, this is the time where I'm gonna, after work, I'm gonna go straight here, do all my stuff, and then go home, and then work. I look at my time more closely then.
Let's say you've cut everything as much as you can down. Your next way to look is to look at where you're spending your time, because that'll ultimately,
I'll look at time more than
the actual dollars.
than the actual dollars. Especially for something that's limited to time.
Right.
And if all your time is gone, could you sleep less? I'm a guy that gets by 5 hours sleep, 5 to 6 hours. For me, I'm more than good. 7 to 8, I'm tired.
Yeah.
That's just me. And only 1 cup of coffee a day. This time, whatever time it is now, 3.
All right, next question from Mel. What are the best pieces of advice you would give to any entrepreneur to scale a business from 100,000 to $1 million?
It's gonna be what I did to get from $0 to $100,000. Do that times 10.
Right.
That's it. There's no special magic, right? If that means that you gotta hire a few more people to reach that, to scale it, yes. But it's the same thing. It's not like, I don't think it's going to be something special that's going to take you. Look, I built my mortgage company to this point by doing the same thing over and over again. And for me to grow it even more, I just got to do the same thing over and over again, but I got to scale it. Now, do I have to, market more? Yes. Do I need to create more content? Yes, I do.
Just double up.
Just double up, triple up, quadruple up.
Yeah.
10x, 5x, whatever it is to get there. It's the same thing. From what you got from 0 to 100,000, is going to do the same thing from 100,000 to 10,000. You just got to scale.
Do you think business owners, it's common for business owners to get maybe caught up on that, or to get caught up on the numbers and realizing that that's like, okay, how do I get to here? How do I get to $1 million or 10 million or 5 million? It's just like, whoa.
I think if you've been in business for a long time, you know how it works. Those guys don't get caught up. I think the ones that get caught up are the ones that are just starting, and they think they look at Mark, right? Or they look at, Mark Zuckerberg, I guess, right? How he scaled it. That's totally different, man. That's 1 in a billion, right? That's, to do that is crazy. But your average Joe that started in business, and how long it took him to get from one to the next level, takes time, takes patience. And the thing that took him there is the same thing that's going to take him to the next step.
Very good. That's everything for today.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's 5?
That's 5.
That's crazy, man. All right, guys, until next time.